abusua obesha team legal wives any team odobroni omo sense me omo wieye nanso kama ye say ye hundu ye wi na ne loser no we na ama team legal wives any abri ye say say ye sha say pa ne o me ya jegu ide da bi ye mpene na we no mo cha say lawyer Kusi na sha sa ne ma we nyina ase ento me ne bi lawyer Kusi so ye pa say da bi omo ntumi mbre nguma ne ye sa ento lawyer Kusi team legal wives bisa say e de be ti na wo oma we nyina aba abusia kame ho ne kwade nsem mu ntwemu embra.
And you have not certified it. It is not considered a document. I mean, it is not considered genuine. Mami ma a typical example. What the Ghana city eba eko Europe, what they call Germany. Nasa what they kwa to bibia. Omunje. Unima de kontia. Because over there it is not a currency. Yeah. It is not legal tender. Every currency must be legal tender. Over in Germany, the city is not legal tender. Inti omobeka traw say before ye be gye no, before ye be accept no, fako baby to say be a forex bureau. Na forex bureau for no, omo na nim Ghana city. Omo be kwa test inti na nyesa odu sika kwa ya na amount euro na whichever currency you want no. Okay, omo de be go through omo process. No omo say this is some real money somewhere. But because Germany hanu yenti asiye no na nipa na wo de kwa koma no no nti asiye no jiwe this note it is certified ubetimi akwa kodi. That is how certification, document certification is. Anya sadia metimi atena ha like someone was saying it. Metimi atena ha na printed master certificate. Metimi atena ha na printed PhD certificate. Metimi na printed anything. The only way I ever prove say a genuine, which the burden lies on me, is for me to go to the university where I completed. Say KNUST or mobile stamping or matro certified copy. It is a one idea. It is not legal tender. No country is bound to take any foreign currency. In fact, it is even criminal in some countries for you to spend another country's denomination. I mean, another country's currency. Inti enodie ayana mehu say most people who try to defend this case using the legal coming from the legal angle so she had the original but it wasn't certified. We don't certify original documents. Obekwa kwaye copy. Na sa copy na obekwa kwaye make us kwaye copy and chese kwaye photocopy. There are different ways depending on the type of document. Na sa document na kwaye no. Okoye sa copy na e wase obi a onim sa document no e ka say ampa this is the currency. So into the me example ni imagine say wo de Ghana wo de euro aba me ho wo de euro aba me fie say wo ba beto ade a o Ghana me se me euro ni de menti ase enti menje fako forex bureau wo se debi won fa nko anazo say mama 1 month fako debi a wo kwa no wasan aba now the same euro aba. My first assumption, which is very rational and logical, deductive reasoning, is that maybe there is something wrong with that money you're holding. That is why you don't want to take it to the Forex Bureau. And that is why the court will then say, I'm raising eyebrows. I don't trust that document. Sweet, I don't know if this as simple as I can make it. It is Omuka say, I
say we dem say meti ase wa kwese ha ya. We dem meti ase na mpo make say nti that means ente dey yet.
Stop take ente ase.
Oh, please. Nti ha meti ase. Yes, na make nti dey yet ho. Let's say menufu authenticate amana. That means say of the back and they are simple for never back.
Perfect. Obetimi attend in. Mama simple example be. Oh, there is one thing maybe internet me person make us say fake no. Right? There was a time be mini Ghana ni bi mini Ghana inti me ko baby country a me wo no me wo ho na e wo say me kwakwaje o da ma me kan United States na me kwakwaje me green card. Okay, da me be ko green card interview no me ka be si asem so me be ko no me that week na me hu say me passport ayra me di ra acronym no ayra me ko interview no. Please, I'm saying this for educational purposes, but it's a real thing that happened. Inti me ba be ko no so no. How will I prove say me passport? I mean, I entered the country legally. How do I prove that I had a visa? Me call online and I me call once we were United States. Omo e-visa, although OJ visa or Ghana, but omo be on I-94, something like that. I-94 something. And I'm
baby house I don't know the aya and also I
and no no into a corner make no say no yen from my physical. Into me
no me copy.
Oh okay. Into a corner me be printing online. Me print it no. And na me will photocopy of my passport na ira no. Information page no. I-95. Is it I-95? No. Okay, well whatever. And na me print it. It's 94. It's 94, not 95. And I'm a printy me did photocopy of my passport na ayano. And I'm call Ghana embassy. And I'm call catch almost my passport ayano start processing. And I'm a printy once I acquire passport your printy sheet be mount. Chere so waba we will start process. And I'm sign call police station acquire report send me passport ayra. So 4 documents we pay and I make a boom. Me could do interview no. Mami no, obisa am say my passport way. My visa no way. Can I have your passport? And I'm say, oh, I don't have it. I misplaced it 1 week ago. No, so what is happening here? And when I'm my passport, I mean photocopies ne sa nyama na ekura me ni nyina go ho. Ofa we no ahwe no sorry pie no san kwa ba no abehwe. Owie no say me wo any Ghanaian card bia wo me ho. And na me so fortunately me photocopy of me Satam ni isu ade wo mfreze voters ID no. And obisa say then I'm say voter ID no the PA no buy. Or buy no catch me say okay. And oje the American akosi nyina ne say this is called proving beyond reasonable doubt. Inka papa inka omukro court na nka omutimi ka say oh yakwa embassy ho this is evidence kwa say yakwa embassy ho this is charter mama akosia ne Daddy Lumba have it. This is Umasan money nyina. Say oh embassy ni say oh although time no niswa because ya more started but almost here next week just that court date no and a favor ya. I bet you within that period and kebema reasonable doubt. I don't know what the judgment will
Mr. Kusi, is it that he didn't do that? Or he did it and
that is where
Mame can chair judge and say judge Masena Majemeni for but
Mame answer no wahano why me pacho.
Masena Majemeni for but Gemini for the Emma time. So maybe he could have got some more time.
Cupcake almost says when they went through the process to get authentication, no? Because of the limitation of time and answers too. But already I don't know say we foreign evidence act on foreign documents. I think say 161.
Evidence act. Yeah, evidence act.
How more exceptions as when me and go through process in the class to bet me the or document no at court. But it's up to the court to take and answer not to take.
Exactly.
Judge no options in here because eventually no judge
also on Saint Mami channel on no abemo me pacho. Intino Kusini lawyer Kusini say anya authentication no. He relied on one of the exceptions. Say what they call document no kwa obetimi dey court without the authentication. But also no it's up to the court so beja to manase on jintum. So that's what happened.
But have me question when they want
kind of crime and you're correct because the almost buy you now me patch me back the have a kind and person me correct the almost buy a crown on when me authenticate no. Judge ne ka say omunko fa the or because it was a photocopy. Omunko fa the original not on shekeke. She just wanted to put her eyes on it.
No question. No. Bisa say Kusi nim say nka so authenticate answer.
And I want to say there are many ways that incumbents made the evidence now based on the evidence act, you know. And to comment me authenticate the judge could have used her discretion. And I make her say judge no or even that she gave and say uncommon for original name on share. That was not available. And so I want you to say, even evidence act no crown, she gave into the discretion and cobeting you know, but it was still the facts were still lacking.
Okay, as I can say, lawyer Kusi, just say he sent a mail to Germany embassy or more authenticated certificate email. But maybe a man responded to you in them. It's a meme question. Is say when you sent that thing, then now one fine chair lawyer and the judge and he say, lawyer, judge, authentication waging my senior court.
God bless you. Sweet cupcake. God bless you. And one hour and
Judge Messiah say even proof say check or master process.
Once authentication number. We will prove it to the court, but it will still be up to the court to accept or not.
That didn't come have. That did not come out. Anything I'm back court at say or started the process of authentication, but there was nothing.
Nothing in our Papa Shika.
Media,
now that's what I'm saying. If Germany has been able to authenticate this thing, is it now coming to show us that proof that he sent the mail to them? But I said, almost 4 weeks. We are wine. Be a priority. Net priority class 2 weeks. To me, yes, 2 weeks.
Cupcake. Cupcake. Where we the paragraph 94.
Sister, me reading she.
Mami kofa na me reading shawate.
It's not about, you see, I don't know where.
Because that is where you will understand what went on in the court.
I don't know. I don't want to know what went on in the court.
But the question you are asking, nobody has answers but to refer you to the court verdict.
Yeah, because that's where it happened.
Because the answers that Creamy is giving you.
Yeah, because simple. Me say Kusi no, and then they see.
Let me read paragraph. Let me read paragraph.
No, wait. I don't want you to read. I'm asking a question that somebody should answer with a legal.
We can't answer you without evidence.
I'm not reading it to you. I'm not reading it to you. Let me read. He says, besides the lack of certification or authentication, counsel was to bring the original certificate for the court to cite and compare, since the court was informed that there was an original certificate. However, what was brought to the court was an extract from a family book or diary, which counsel for the plaintiff admitted in open court. The document, therefore, could not be the original, and its copy being Exhibit B. Therefore, the extract cannot be proof of a civil marriage between the plaintiff and the late Daddy Lumba. The extract is significantly different from the document purportedly tendered in evidence as the marriage certificate.
Bam.
That is the almost say extract. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to go there. Maybe question and maybe some person would no pomotias you. May say it's like we see our appeal. Or no see our appeal. Was there a time our judgment who can say, Mammy, Judge, me say my send the academy is on certificate. I'm Gabby. I was wounding to me. Extra tea. I was wounding to me because extra tea. I did a original if mana. And as in make us say, and then make I say UCC and now we call Ghana University. They issue certificate once. A ras about the mouth for a mama copy, a mouth original. That's for university. Into maybe say me my certificate a year. Me call Accra and Amasisi and I'm say a mommy for fra. A mommy original and so mammy be a certified copy. Right? What I'm asking you is on no copy. It's like was there a time or catch a judge say, my senior my Germany for say unwanted ticket mommy? Because even there you can see Germany unwanted ticket certificate now man. Are you now going to tell the court say, Miss Sandy, this is my proof that I sent it during the case. Send me more unwanted tickets mommy, but APR, send American who could give visa. That's a private.
This is a question.
What's me as a citizen? 2 weeks. It is how we appeal now. Okay, experts who are back. Appeal now. Who say I sent it to German, but they didn't send it to me early. I meant to improve me. And I said, you could have told the judge, Mommy time.
Cupcake, are you advising lawyer Kusi or you are
Is it
just
a question or is a statement?
She's asking a question, which I believe I'm getting it. Into sweet cupcake. Once in the Omuka say in the court of law, Omuka almost say beyond reasonable doubt. Okay. Inti now was say proving the attempts are or making like the typical example, which is a life experience example now me de ma no. One say me de I-94 a chese and Pamira legally. Me the police report a chese ayera amamia officially report it. Me de your friend is say
copy of the passport biodata.
Copy of my old the passport na me say ayera biodata na ka ho. Inti ogina ho a okikabo mo obe say oh ampa. What you say? However, it is still subject to her. Say obejiatum ana onjintum. What you say? Enti no pie your koye de or person koye no sign by you know because say that's okay. And no catch him say me I'll hear from them. And I meet from mom. So what I'm saying is lawyer Kusi could have just I don't know unless maybe it's captured somewhere in the official way, you know. Now and I be a minimum dia. Enka ombe capture say lawyer Kusi was able to prove say oma throw letter call her when mu feedback omo de amo omo nie say in process near ade even in Mami Akosua's marriage certificate case no anka Mami Akosua controfi kan Dr. Controfi Michel controfi kan bibi was say what the woman yes controfi was in suma ni nani akasa no me feel it controfi e kan bibi was say senka omu even sa reasonable doubt assembly anka Mami Akosua betimi aka say lumba all those certificates in crime who crampono and as I say but even this is even my conversation with her from yesterday with him from yesterday and now with him from last week every week especially mami Shamo mami can't sweet cupcake what's all conversation
in a civil case do we prove beyond reasonable doubt
No.
Oda me pacho me ba. Oda ma me kan se mo an se be free me tri mo wan pacho. Me nya lawyer. Sweet cupcake. What's omo kope visa? But omo de omo kope K1 visa no. Omo ko bi omo de a conversation with your spouse and now your supposed girlfriend and our boyfriend and our whatever no. Very good. You are any evidence and pass on in a relationship. It is just you are proving beyond reasonable doubt. You are doing everything possible. You are showing how much money he or she may have sent you in the past few years. Exactly. You are proving relationship.
I might feel like we say we are missus. It's a type of marriage.
Exactly.
What about possible percent? No, now we belong to. What's the way you question?
I know the all kind of the. They all kind of the ultimate proof, no, and any certificate.
Back to my question, I make it. We still know, or she no, but I've read somebody never die or say. A German for no milk ticket. Into why never ticket. Deal, and I'm a
Ceciano, a cupcake. Question now, Busu Bisana.
I tell you, but a certificate
okay, what after what to was it?
But your mommy can't. There has been
beyond reasonable doubt in the buy, you know. Was because Miss D, but just a second. There may go for reasonable doubt.
Hey, we're done cupcake.
There may go for reasonable doubt. Assembly BMU was about the certification, authentication, and I say authentication of the certificate, the document. You know, he could have proven, say, I have even sent it to this place for it to be verified. Just that it is not ready. This is the receipt proving that almost next week, and I say next 2 weeks. But I don't believe he was able to prove anything like that. Although it is a weaker version of your evidence, but you have still showed an attempt of effort to prove to the court that you had a certificate. But I doubt he did any of these. And can you say,
Because the judge even mentioned it. He didn't do that. The judge even mentioned that. Say, on what started process on show proof say bia me call and be say no maka. He didn't have it.
And you mean a lawyer
yeah. And so for me, who I've always said, and look how a cow be crying a lawyer Kusi or they a teacher can tank by because he knew that or need evidence enough to prove a ordinance marriage, and that's why he had to do that.
Now, me patrol, at what point and lawyer Kusi Eddie teacher can tank about assembly? At what point was it after or the family book by or it was before?
So ordinary buyer to dismiss the idea say mameno yejan or saba.
May I have a question? I have a question with that, and I don't.
But I strongly believe say.
I say
So let me.
Yeah, but I strongly believe say he knew that.
My question.
He knew that.
I'm not done, please. I'm not done. Hold on. My question is, my question is, my befa lawyer, me ma se muni na say, me court say, me kwane na me ye the only wife. And then there was a ukofo bi mani bechere, how a traditional setting if truly you believe, say, I've provided enough evidence, say me a legal wife, I'm not, or I'm the only wife, what will make lawyer Kusi say, I'll have to come and I will have to bring someone from outside to come and explain the traditional, if that is not why I went there.
So again, lawyer Kusi or the teacher can tank about, or the teacher can tank about.
What I say about see me when you me see I have evidence that we jaya our women wouldn't saba. But or waka for be per chance say our wouldn't saba ever say you papa kun say me in age I until me me come on say my be I don't have to give it to my husband. The same day could be a same or muji my worry for tennis. When it
comes to cupcake, when it comes, the lawyer knows, say, when it comes to ordinance, ordinance. Cupcake, this whole
I wasn't part or it wasn't part, unless I don't know.
It's very careful.
Mami Akushia Sewa went to court. First of all, that the court should declare her as the only surviving wife because she's married under ordinance. We all agree on that.
So why then does the lawyer go there and say, me kofa obia mana bechere customize
I move so modern lawyer could see us say because if you are
can I speak at least?
To me. Yeah. But that question should be supposed to be answered.
I can't shout. So, you mean to me shout?
Okay.
Say.
Miss D, Miss Odo, my main can be to be about certificate, as not citizen can miss from. I enjoy being down there. I quite remember say, the year me constitution Juma a government job. And yes, in family degrees, almost here, my high school diploma. Miss me real school 2004. Hey, me two me diamond just like he said, I went back to the school, show my face, my name, my social security number, and that any copy of my school ID. Long time, and no get the phone. This one I'm
They brought me original, the same thing. They don't bring you a duplicate. A original, no, but the date now a printing will be different. And Adena omo kan se eyi oja ye nyen pa ba ko ne jaware no. Me sister oja ni kuna ware no ti kroma o de ne nsa ne ma motor rider no di nsa ne ko to ne in law for fie. Omo ba ne do ne kwana no. And omo di jaware. So it shouldn't no nyese obi ba ko and necessary bushafo ni nyina ehia na nipa mu hia ni nyom nyina na ti ase. Obi wo fi ona ne saso ade ni mu a that's it.
Anupo obapa amamre ne amane kwasme mi ochiame tobo obapa asem ne say oba ejaware a on oba ma ejaware a itimi esese ebonkuro ede na asie but oba ejaware a obetimi de ne nsan wo hyenapo akoto eyefe ne say opon ano na enu anu eja ho owi anu afofo so me de wonsan ba abeto enu anu yensi nkuro enti ye hwemu krampo na lawyer Kusi me de connected to
Monsemia motivika semo
ya control fee kan o ma me sa question na o ya no on se asante mu no be ma na de nsa
obapa
ebe ware oba into and some the witness to the marriage and none of the and then symbolic to the marriage into sawari no bua wo ba no fansa na de akoma be ma no ba however be ma no wo ba no ma nensa o ware wa into se be ma be ja ware a eya na twa se yetena se na yeka because wo be ma no wo ni nsa wo be ka se me de oba nensa koma me yenya ne sa
Bedas pa agoja so kwa na minim se what na fie da
obema de nsa kwa akire se okopia wale ne so eni nti na osa de nsa kwa akosa mi koja wale be menya wale mfa nsa nko okoje nsa okofie okokoje nsa and according to that 2018 letter no so ordinance osama ne mra say I give you 10 days to respond other than that
yes go ahead. Yes.
And I Osha Asam no can na tio.
After that, what happened? I mean, my picture.
Obapa.
After that letter, I didn't see it. Young can't be no change. After
Papa, maybe some question. No.
The point is that, you know, even though my papa no 10 days, no, it's still not divorce. So what worry ordinance? You have to go through the court system to get your divorce decree. Fast forward, say yes.
Pacho, on says a worry fear worry. Now, Sako worry court. Paku are null and void. You know that, right?
Sure.
Tell me about it.
Okay. Mimi worry fear worry. I'm sorry, why they know. Actually, I mean, who says that? Yeah, Mimi, yeah, no court, no, but dim some phone. Missy, a dear, my. Enti me person me sa ko twa court die ni mu kra na me sa ko fa me de dada no but I say a lord and void cause what they as I would dey enwo would nsuo ko gumum they will be separated.
Papa mama me say wasem why o sin to oba do de nsa ko tu ba bi kra na se waja aware nti se na o de nsa ko na se aware fofo bia ni ho bi ma de no san ma dad no ma 10 days
prior to
no
the point is that
let now they call you let know they call you say I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. In a salad and shema. Or no, I say I will take me pay. Ye way, mommy, okay, can in area and or sister, why respond, yeah. Then you probably can't cry. You can't cry me. You can't cry and come, mommy for
answer question in my movie. I know I can't no cry no say it's a go no to me the way no go to baby and I say our review. And then no man attend.
Or then son command in Miano. Nini abema na ne bade ne niema nkrofo ma niema ne na mabonten no no afini de musa friend say or the son
evidence but what evidence afache ne ye nya privy to me say me nya privy to
na evidence is a privy known
narrative but some of you are just running with you don't have evidence
running anything with somebody I'm very, very knowledgeable, and I'm a very learned person. So, Kasana, we run it with
sorry. But me person wo share baby a unya sa narrative.
That's very insulting to me. According to my friend, I can't say, but it's small one, your friend is saying, and it's no, for Stina, she doesn't want to say it. So, Ubusan is our question now. Now, what was the question? Ubusa question and what was the question?
Let me say, why? Because I have been very patient. I have let everybody talk. Can I say something at least?
Okay,
Mama, why? The thing is, when if indeed she was married under ordinance, why would she even present a drink to dissolve a marriage? Is a question I have asked on several occasions. No, she doesn't have to do that.
She doesn't have to do that.
Listen, she doesn't have to do that. Oh, I'm not done, please. Please, I'm not done. And I'm not asking. Listen, so my question, she's married under ordinance. Once you marry under ordinance, your customary marriage is cancelled.
Exactly.
Because the ordinance marriage trumps the customary marriage.
Bam.
So if you get to a point where hey, omote. Enti say you bedu baby, na say aware no won pɛ bi mu a.
Just me nsɛm yɛ nsɛmtwitwi wo asɛm a wo kan. Ba me ka say you are running the narrative no. O say no mu yeye, ba hwɛ asɛm a wo kan. Woni mo obi background. Don't say something. Oh, the me ka ekwa nya yes say you are running your own narrative no. Say ye o matwe asan. But right from there no, what ba be kan o kan asɛm we so ni mo obi a o platform ni so.
Okay. Enti
mama abotre obi akoma mra from. Obi akoma mra from.
Okay.
Nyina ye kire to me go on.
Okay, thank you. Enti so worry customary now you go on now ordinance. It cancels your customary marriage. And so baby that's how worry no won pɛ bi mu a. The only means of dissolving that marriage is through the court.
Bam.
Nobody should tell me that you have to present your drinks before you go and before you go and file for divorce proceedings. Don't tell me that. No. Don't even try to. Don't even try to. Don't even try to. Share. Yeah. Let's not try to twist things because of this case. Let me tell, if you marry under ordinance and you want to dissolve that ordinance marriage, you go to court. It's simple. So don't tell me so be an idiot. When you marry in Ghana, I mean, she's. I'm not done. No, listen. She didn't even have to present the drink. So let me make my submission. Let me make my submission. When I finish, you can come back. Okay?
Yes.
Please.
Okay.
Thank you. She's married under ordinance, and when she wanted to dissolve the marriage, she took a drink. That is suspect. Secondly, she went to court. In the verdict, which some people don't want to hear, she went there and said she didn't come to stay with her husband because she was paying, she had contracted a loan and she was paying. First of all, she didn't know the name of the bank that she contracted the loan with. She didn't know the amount that she got from the bank. She didn't know the amount she was paying. She has zero documents to prove that. When they got to court, Gina, her principal witness, and Akosia Bimpoma, they were contradicting themselves. The evidence they were providing, the testimony they were giving, they were all contradictory to even their own evidence in chief. When they were giving their testimony was contradicting their own evidence. And we are told that, no, we should put the verdict aside and have people tell us what they think. Tell me why, Lawyer Kusi, you went to court. Your client says she's the only surviving wife because she's married under ordinance. What a lawyer would do is to bring an expert witness, in this case, Obia or one knowledge in German marriages, given that you're bringing a foreign marriage certificate. That is what you do. That is what you do. You bring an expert witness from Germany or church and say, yes, marriage certificates, this is how it works and this is how we do it. And please, ma'am, please mute yourself. Please mute yourself. Please mute yourself.
Because please mute. Doctor meeting, let's unmute.
I kept quiet for everybody. Even people who came to meet me, I kept quiet for them to talk.
Cupcake me so much to me, Cupcake me pacho. Last time I over her, me catch us could read it verdict and pacho when I will read it.
Read that, uncle, read that.
Oh, what fine but today. Cupcake when I want kind.
I may hear argument on judgment too.
One will say, I deal with me and the cook was judgment. And I make a judgment if you are an argument. I go see if I'm being changed. Mammy Cassa, Omocasa, cupcake, Cassa, Biancashi, Omoka, but who now be able to know no be a person shouted. Why? Because you have about judgment. What she's saying, what she's saying is not nice. Me, my camera, dear, when I'm missing me in foot up, I can come down. You're fine. Because just try not to speak over somebody. Mama to me, Casama Pomato, mommy, and one at a time, not a boom. Why? Oh, say Cupcake. The problem is, this is no ordinary platform. And away, we be last about coming catch us a hano. One kind of verdict and an comedian thing. Cause a hano dear, Romani emotional, and some we are able to 2 paragraph chapter. To me, no fine. To me, me pacho casa. Now you move it forward, me that say.
Okay, thank you.
I support it to me. To me, paragraph 1.
Okay, thank you. So I'm a dream why you go to court that your client is married under ordinance in a foreign country. Na wobano one for expert witness amba. And the court is not supposed to admit the expert witness's testimony, but it helps because anonoma obetre said ya aware ne wo certificate etie ewo Germany. Instead, you brought an expert to tell the court about how customary marriages are contracted and how they are dissolved. So for me, I'm thinking he had a backup. That was his backup. His backup was that since we don't have enough evidence to prove that we are married under ordinance, let's have a backup. So that if that doesn't work, this plan B will work for us. But you cannot tell me that you came to court and how could he not have asked her to say this, to say that if you didn't come because you contracted a loan and all of that, I need you to bring me the bank, the contract you signed with the bank. I need you to bring me your statement showing that you were paying indeed. I need you to bring me documents showing the amount, because who contracted a loan from a banker. Contract now will sign, it has the amount, it has the time I will be it has the amount I will be monthly. Why didn't she bring any of this to the court to prove her case that indeed these were the things that held her back? But she just came there, just like her witnesses did. Brim Poma was saying something different, and Mama Gina was saying something different. Their own testimony contradicted their evidence in chief. And we are told that although we should put all of that aside, because we don't know anything that what actually happened in this, this triangle that we are all trying to, we are trying to unravel. But we can all go to the verdict and someone court to say that, oh, indeed, this is what happened. And we cannot throw the court verdict away. Yentumi to court no judgment yentumi to nchene na yembebo yesiremu na yenka nsemo ayepe just because we can say it. Let's all go back to the court verdict, because I know na yebetumi enya evidence to back the things we're saying. Mami Akoshia Sewa is not married under ordinance. She is customarily married. Although Bruni is customarily married, they are both wives. And that is what it is now until she goes to court, and the Supreme Court would either affirm the verdict of the High Court, they will reverse it, or they would remand it back to the lower court for retrial. Until then, she is not married under ordinance. Simpliciter. Thank you.
Paragraph 105 of the court verdict says, and I read, thus, the court finds as a fact that the plaintiff could not prove her marriage, which she alleged was contracted under German law, since proving a foreign law is a matter of fact. She also could not satisfy the presumption that she contracted that marriage by providing an authentic, identified, certified copy of the marriage certificate. Last one, 106. Consequently, to me, please listen here. For the contradictions, and I repeat, 106, consequently, for the contradictions, lack of authentication or identification, and lack of certification of exhibits B, B1 and C are hereby rejected as they have no probative value and will not be considered for purposes of proving any civil marriage between the plaintiff and the deceased. Simplicity.
Bam.
Grazie. Pamcho, Dr. Bacho, me bawa 30 seconds. Bacho, me power tap screen so I na yen ko be 35k and 40k. So na baby to me sustain live. Na mo follow page, akoso T page no mo follow. Na mo to gifts from lion ne chimpanzee ne lizard ne ade rules no there. Me there na I am out them at Mr. Moya.
Ni train.
Double need train and I confirm you know to be from my wife. Now I am building page.
Thank you. You see,
that's it.
You see, sometimes as to me was saying, you see, we should put emotions aside and face the reality. This is mom wawun call for now. We say omeka semini be a mauno. This is what the court said. Consequently, for the contradictions, lack of authentication or identification, where can we? Now where can we? And no in some and for now you almost as evidence in some beka na sisiso. Where can we namha? Now where can we namha say? You see, let's put our emotions aside and let's face the reality here. Why will you say worry?
Says one kasasa me enke biye.
Okay, menkasa biem, pacho. And can me rap on it up.
Money rap on up.
Let me wrap up. Me wrap up. Right here.
After me. Why?
Now, see what is it? I support everything that you said. And then now, when you marry ordinance, it supersedes customary marriage. And here is the case. Main point in the say, ope and na court only that lumba worry. So why were you going to prove to the court if you are a issue alcofa? Bear me say no mama cheche kwan fa so worry ofi. You just go straight to the court and prove to the court that indeed this is my certificate. A chese me na worry wo court. Finito, case die. And now I'm here. Ochana ne ekase, adechia na we kase, adechia na ekase. Let's put emotions aside. There is no marriage between Mama Kosi and deal. Let's be honest with ourselves.
Me pacho me question.
Me pacho me we.
That is me busa question.
Zana ha babem.
Me pacho me busa question.
Obapa, yes, my dear Obapa, yeah.
Me say ya. Me say ya maware efiaware.
Sure.
Me nya wale na maba me ba buruchire no so masa ba wale won krata mu aka ho. Na say me na chese de he na ya wale no. Die me ya na Ghana no ana say dem be ya no kuruma no. Na because de mo keke ma confused. Asaba ba ko so nya sa.
Yes, Sanet, don't be confused. Sanet,
Emrani. Say de he no na say fiawale ni nya adwuma bi but nkrata so de na ye adwuma.
Of course.
Enti say me pese me twa nkrata na die nim na me twamu a me fie de na betima ye adwuma na say there
be once our record to the end there a twa fie de nim completely. It supersedes that one,
and then you can never go back. Yes,
it makes that one non and void. Indeed, court to the end will supersede, be taking over.
So what? Okay.
Yeah, be taking over. Yeah.
Thank you. Now me person me will be o see what me nchen ha what ni twan no etiase.
Yeah, that's how it is. Yeah. Yeah.
What is that? We about meaning about if you are and so they say. What say individual families, they have their own values in addition to the non-traditional union. We say they were on ma udi in sakoto on ma mbeka say yen jin too.
Sure.
Unja warrienti they are women are obetimi the nensa konso ne kunu no busu afo beka say wo da so ye yaso because yen jin too. This is how it's done because even with our traditions, no, if you go home, we are very strict. If you go also so they are more liberal when it comes to how our more uphold traditional. It's coming out to say even when you have custom, custom marriage, and so sign ordinance now. Ebusuebi mo hono ma obetimi jai ordinance no. Ufa mo sanbre wo mo be kasa woda so ware be ma no.
Okay.
Even though no book mu de ordinance no me pa mo chomo ma men kasa.
Ba mo mi encha no so wa.
Na ma men kasa ni.
Customary. Okay.
Doctor
Even though say you know friend say ordinance no I cancel customary ni it depend on ebusuan cause ebusuan bi wo hono ma court to divorce na so won fa omo de ba ware me kan in terms of so ba no won fa marry they can boldly say what that so ware ye de share no in that aspect no it sort of kind of depends. I am not family chronos so plays a role because me I know too many people are on my platforms also make photo and sana to them and nebusi has so and it was okay. In this instance no too no a problem na pa ne say nipa no wu e na nipa no so aye koto nsa no to no so no on share down to nenu to ene na ma ne ye den because any abusunya omoje saade no to say de omokan wo court no dia na chese ekoko du senka ye maame nka ne tradition kwa no customary marriage na nkagu but say na nka no enka ne papa mu a ne fem obuo kwan so de nkebe say nka mo betina ase na yabuko, but it's not always the case. Sometimes it's not even possible. Intini nyina ejina abusua mienu no so say wa wujai no nipa na okojai no mo beka say okay we say nke say but why you say but ya dia to nti o ma anja ntuma, that's where not typically no issues dey efuba nti in mani akosua case no say nya ma me bempoma pa ne baby ojina na and then Kabempoma so Jina Busapeni Muchia, I promise you people send car, Mammy Cotas and Kunia Waribia, Baby, because Saint Kabempoma Jina, a Busapeni, and a winning air singing the same to no say, oh, or the answer Bray, and Kakot and go anyway.
Yeah. I agree with you.
Akosha, this was exactly what I was telling to me. And I'm let me catch us. Obiani, if you ain't seen your muji, I worry no Musia worry. Intendo de wo and na make come say I mean ye no fi to court baby
so me that say thank you for coming
yeah na sa na ye ne de do akosha wo de nsa no kwa kono na wase kwa frɛ we ti say wo bua me say hi wo emba so wo de kodo no wo mo frɛ we che say aware no ye ngja ende ye obi antena fompo no waka wase mama ye che wo say to aso nti some if you bia de say no person odi tum nti na say nya woke be imagine one side ebusuafo na mo bema anase ye kan say mo amoye DL side gina ase be say mo fancy bi ambre nti nyima ni we ya
no DL side ne de say washa it's because say one say originally family no ache and me to say then come me bempoma
e be DL me ka DL side
first statement o
because what you say? I say the uncle be with Germany. If I remember that, I say obi with Germany work and no, I catch him the data. You understand?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
the family is.
if we also
Let's not argue on that. I'm only saying that you have different types. So behind the feelings and
I agree.
But I was telling her that she did the second one. The second one today is that she got a letter from maybe and the lawyer say, Papa, I'm the first one, Papa. But she was say second one we many abre until the letter no to aso wehu na fa yen chese na ye japade no yen che na fa we mami na fankai no
I agree with you. I agree with you. But so share issue no pan so her main issue no was not on customary marriage. She was on the you can say on the ordinance. And only the main issue or the court no. Sorry, I say it's the fundamental.
It's only make me catch a judge. No, the judge on two cases.
Cupcake, mami making me submit.
The bound have in case not to chini and I won't dindi. So missing behind me missing me by say. Provide the legal wife. Have me by 1 minute. Sorry. Missing me one prove pacho. Miss I say no bisa me asem court. When me say court one. Missing me by say me proving me legality and I'm ba. Next me get to me case chini. I don't know about me say enyo bia ye mo ko bikina ana me bua me ka masemu say you bisa masana me di wano
because teacher can tank asem no be kind make it seem say if you are no e wo ho enguye enti ma me no ntimi throw case name because Ghana ye did say yes me worry customarily. And Nuntina said the lawyer had a plan B because who say evidence no mo dey court for ordinance marriage no enye endimu, so he had to have a plan B.
You are the same person saying that the person didn't come there for customary issues. What's it me customary no but to me case ni twini
or touch ne yeso san kama me ko onye tintina Ghana.
But Cupcake, how will you explain this? I say the 106. Say consequently, for the contradiction, lack of authentication or identification, and lack of certification, blah blah blah, are hereby rejected as they have no probative value and will not be considered. Be considered for purposes of proving any civil marriage between the plaintiff and the. All right.
ebi a wa sorry a worry ye no mo nye register so mo be mo assign wa sorry na okoko so okosan a weaknesses na mo be ko no oba ne side no court ni bisa omo say omo abafia be ye bibia bia na they ask me the worry wa Ghana they asked me my family say obema na bafia ba be ye bibia ye so ya na ansana yasensan kraka ansana mo start so mo 2 years ansana ye witness e ba besan ya besan ya me witness so asan
yeah
it even though say in remo no yes say wo ware
quarter
ordinance
yeah
cancel we no because of your customary like type bia preserving away no enti na ma up to when you won't learned people before they are very learned and so almost legal almost customer we esan be ye we knowing say so civil one and then you don't even need to go through the customary but still people do the customary come about the year way because of preservation of culture so what you say
Ampa baby Sam sa question what kind me pampa baby Sam
Patrick
oh they be me confirm me say baby Sam sa question me say question me confirm me am say baby Sam me say why your question me answer be sign ni ana.
So because of preservation of culture and no benya lawyer ni a onimpa say ukoye civil marriage customary is cancel if obakoye engagement the customary na yen friend obakoye every am the next morning and the next day wakosan akwakosensan why do we waste money going through that? It's because of our culture preservation. And because of that, so be our now. It is also not wrong. Say ode one san beko anabakwa kwaje one san. And I ask to say, sanu ye de kotochine egu our no. Individual families no. Ohwe obapa ne nikunu, obapa Christine nikunu. Issue online some years back. Obapa se medo one san akwa nikunu se ne san kan se bia nto da so ye ne yere. On PCFM o say me also asoma ne ma ne de ne sa akwa no because o man o see ye ngu aware ne ye ntina asen kan e no so ye dem de won say ma presenter no kra ti kan e repeat the oba pa no nikunu say da bi because nikunu nim say aware gunkuro entiano dey wo bia ne say no be so
in that instance no I don't mean to cut you off but sometimes na ya na insan individual family different sometimes it depend the ya ama wari no sugu what I mean by that say mfa say bema aye ne re wa offending ne re a wono ankasa wonim say bi amere me ne ndi ne yi na make say onko hwese nka ne re be mo mesisi asem no but waye bia oba ne say wompene oba ne say major but the man wants to hold on to the marriage in that instance no say wo oba no ukose wukoja aware a be masa no you have to do it and do it correct you have to go correct cause say wuko na akoto nsato hwa because no na dream onye na dream say opeso ja aware ni ntino obeka cho say nsane de wo de abeto ho but yengu nunkru so who sometimes it depending on nipa na our ye ne benefit na say nipa na opeso hold on to the marriage no it also does play a role ti emfa ne say oba ono no ne ni abre say mi wari bi no ono oba na abaye oho na yengu nkunko obeto ato ho no ko Bema no so wants to hold on to no so be any time but Bema yemfa ne say awarija ye na koye mucho no kra opeweja wo so peso ojai no opa fama aboboya na aboboya mfa nkoma no na mfa nipa kra nka ho obeka se ode me nsa abreme because Bema no wa ye ready so no kra no peso ojai aware no opa kra de fama kraman na kacha kraman so du fi hafato Obeka said what the means happen because he's ready to work out into those things also plays it does play major role because in Yamami case yesha insanity what they are cool but in this instance na friend say akoye se court asem so eho no editia me say won say ho no omo ka ne bebe de etia no but enka ne papa mu a oba na ni abre say opeso ja aware no onu won fa wo sense no ba beto abo obeto ato hin obeto ato hin me de ni say meja wo but ye maami de ko taba nti even though sa energy na odokototo ho no so wan keka ne nsemi ya emfa nti eno so I think say it also plays a role.
I want to thank you very much. I thank you very much for the opportunity given. I have really enjoyed the platform, and Control Fee and everybody for at least allowing me to share my view. And I would love to come back the next time that you have this platform. I thank everybody for giving me that opportunity. I would like to.
I follow account 90 Tembia Equal Life and our
we follow you anywhere home. So anytime, I'm just available. I just come and share my views.
Life from time I miss
video ni munchemu nya fakwaji aba no se se ye hwe se lo yakuzi je no mayi etutu no mayi ni ehwe se Team Legal Wives na ewi ni anase eye Team Odobroni na ewi ni abusia migusu kai wo se aha eke Black Media ne de han me de share message so subscribe na wa share na ma foforo ensa etumi aka bi na mo je wa dwentre e wa comment section ye be share won sem foforo makao